We have among us a person who has tirelessly worked for making a change in the face of water conservation in Maharashtra. Mr. Gunwan Sonamane, originally a software engineer, has been working for over 10 years for water conservation and the environment in Jalgaon and Pune regions. He has created water storage of about 130 crore liters in numerous villages in these regions, has provided training to the people of over 37 villages for water conservation in residential areas, and has organized events such as the first Jala Sammelan of North Maharashtra. Other than water conservation, he has also been actively working for the development of slums through his Samutkarsha project, and also has been helping students by providing needy students with school kits and setting up community learning centers and rural competitive study centers. For his outstanding work and revolutionary work, he has been awarded with many noteworthy awards such as the Khandesh Ratna Puraskar, President Corporate Social Responsibility Award, and award from Pani Foundation, just to name a few. Before we start, I would like to tell you a little about Tahan.
Sure.
Tahan was started in 2016. Our aim is to make India drought resistant. Since the last 5 years, our organization has been working very hard to make an impact on people and create awareness about the importance of water conservation and protection of the environment. Over the years, we have successfully impacted 1.4 lakh people, have been able to supply 29 lakh gallons of water, planted over 7,000 trees. We at Tahan are learning, understanding, and implementing as much as we can about water conservation. We are trying to reach out as many people in India as we can through our website, and we aim to build a community of people who are passionately working towards saving water through new innovation and help us explore better questions. Good afternoon, sir. I,
Good
Divya
afternoon.
Mahajan, on the behalf of whole team of Tahan, welcomes you to this interview session. It is a
Thank
pleasure
you so much.
having you here with us.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to demonstrate or explain our work. So thank you so much.
Let us start with the questions. We have
Sure.
read so much about your amazing work in the leading newspapers till now. But today, we would like to hear it from the man himself. So please tell us about the work you have done so far.
Okay. I'm Gunwan Sonone. I'm a software engineer working with Media Ocean Asia Private Limited in Pune. I've been volunteering with Seva Sayog for last 10 years. So basically, Seva Sayog is a Pune-based NGO working in the field of education, livelihood, women empowerment, and there are so many other initiatives as well. So especially I've been working with Seva Sayog or volunteering with Seva Sayog for the Samutkarsha project. So in Pune, we know that there are still 45% population lives in the slum, and we also need to take care of them. So when we say slum, so we started the community learning centers in the slums. So we called it as a basica because we need to be bridge the gap between these students and the education, because over a period of the time we realize that they are facing the issues to understand the basic things, or they cannot afford the extra classes. So we wanted to bridge the gap. So I volunteer with Seva Sayog in the Basicas to teach those students. Also, I've set up the couple of community learning centers in Bhusri as well as in the Hadappsar area. So for these all social works, I've been awarded for a ADP President Corporate Social Responsibility Award for the 10,000 USD dollar in the New York. So later I donated that amount in a couple of villages for setting up the water filters. And as you mentioned, that Seva Sayoga also provides the or also donates the school bags to the needy students who cannot afford the new bags, because generally the middle class families or the upper middle class families can buy the new bags when
Right.
the below poverty lines or the parents who cannot buy the new bags, the feel of when we donate the new bags to them, the feel is enriching for them. So I've seen the smiles on their faces when we donate such kind of bags. So we have donated such a school bags in the Chalisgaon area for last 6 years. Also, we are working with some government schools to set up a, to set up a digital setup. Like we are providing them laptops and computers for the digital setup, so they can also avail the technology for their education. That is one thing. Uh, Currently, also we are working with the Anganwadis for transforming the needs of them. What we are trying to understand what the Anganwadis needs and how we can help them. So currently we are working with them. So basically, Anganwadis are the roots of the education, and we know how the roots are important. Whether it's tree, building, or human, roots are very important to become a stronger or for the healthier growth.
Right.
Also, in past, we also started the initiative called as Ek Gav Ek Library. मराठीत एक
Okay.
गाव एक library म्हणतात. So basically, if we
Right.
compare the rural and then urban students, we see that in urban areas, a lot of facilities are available. Like they can easily go for the classes for the competitive exams. They can easily avail the books. But however, if we compare this with the rural students, they did not get such a facilities. So what
Right.
me and my friends, what we have decided that we should donate books to those students. So we started accepting the books for the competitive exams, and we donated those books along with chairs, tables, fans, and they just need to avail one room so they can come together and do the study and do the group discussions. And we are seeing the results coming out of this Egavek library concept. We have set up 7 libraries so far in Chalisgaon area. Also, one of the project we recently adopted is Nisarga Bet. So the Nisarga Bet, basically this concept is by Upendra Dada Dhonde, is also known as a Sahaja Jalbotkar. His mission is अवघाची महाराष्ट्र जलसाक्षर करीनं.
Oh,
या धोरणाने ते काम करीत आहेत. And he is
right.
also a senior geologist. So with the help of him, we are working on 2 Nisarga beds in the Chalisgaon Taluka. So in Nisarga beds, we have planted a Panchastariya Vanikaran. It means it will have a 5 layers plantation. It will have flowers plants. It will have medicinal plants. Then it will have desi grass. Then it will have vataruksha like word, umber, and
Mhm.
then it will have so this kind of 5 species of the trees plantation will have. One dam will be there, and then recharge shafts will be there. So this kind of Nisarga Bet we are implementing on pilot basis. And this year we introduced a new concept called as Ek Gav Ek Talav. म्हणजे माझं लहानपण हे गावात गेलं असल्यामुळे मला मला आठवतंय की एव्हरी होम हॅज ओन वेल, but eventually all the wells are destroyed now. So we are creating awareness about the Ek Gav Ek Talab. It will not be that much long. I will tell in the latter part of my interview. But in Ek Gav Ek Talab, the main purpose is that to mitigate the water crisis and to create more and more awareness and regenerate the traditional structures of the water bodies. So this is short uh, things which we have done in the past. So this is what about all my work which we have done in the past.
That is amazing, sir. So, sir, we know that there needs to be a major cause or a very strong motivation for someone to take up such a big responsibility. What was the motivation behind you that made you start this in the first place?
Okay, as I mentioned, I have been volunteering with Seva Soyog for 10 years. So I have that circle, and I saw the people work selflessly for people, for society, without any selfishness. So I've
Right.
grown up in that circle, and also I had experience to volunteer in the slums. So I knew
Okay.
that there are a lot of peoples who are waiting for your help, who are waiting for your support. So
Right.
that motivation I got from the people with whom I'm there in the circles.
Okay.
So the motivation behind for the water conservation work in 2018, when I was working for the school kit donation at Rajmane village in the Chalisgaon Taluka. I read a news in the newspaper saying that women needs to travel 2 to 3 kilometers to get a one bucket of water. That was a pretty disturbing thing. If we compare in the city, we don't see that. We just on the tap and we'll get the water. But in
Absolutely.
the North Maharashtra, there is in hot days, temperature is like 40 plus degree temperature. And not only the women, a girl student needs to be travel with them to get the water.
Okay.
And without wearing a chappal in 40-degree plus temperature, it was like horrible situation. And that day I thought we need to do something. Then I realized that we can solve this problem two way. One is a temporary solution, which is very immediate, and second could be the permanent solution. So as a immediate solution, I visited the village and found that there are a couple of hand pumps which is not in working condition. So with the help of local administration, we resolved that problem and they could get the water from there in itself in the village. But that was not a long-term solution. At the same time, I was also visiting in some other villages. So I found there is a village called as Abhone Tanda. Abhone Tanda is a Banjara Vasti village. आपण इतिहासात ऐकलंय किंवा वाचलंय की बंजारा जात ही is a very prosperous caste in the past. But if we compare in today's situation, the situation is not in the past. वाड्या
Right.
वस्त्यांवर ही राहतात आणि परिस्थिती फार भयान असल्यामुळे when I went into village, I saw the only old age people and the kids were present into the village in the village.
Oh,
So I met to a couple of grandparents and I spoke with them why I could only see the old age people. Then they said that all the young people migrated to for the employment. So migration for the employment means they are doing the sugarcane cutting workers. So every
okay.
year for more than 6 months they travel for the sugarcane cutting. So the first point came in my mind that how come their kids are going to the schools. When I spoke with teachers, then they said that there is a lot of school drops are happening due to this migration. That day I realized that, and I made my mind that I will work for the water conservation in two villages, Abhone Tanda and Rajmani villages. And from that day, the journey for water conservation started.
That is so good to know, sir. Sir, there's a very good chance that someone somewhere after watching this interview is inspired to start some kind of work of water conservation in their own village. So please guide us on what steps does one need to take to start water conservation and storing water in their own village.
Yeah. So we know that using rainwater harvesting or rainwater management, we can easily achieve this. I mean, we can bring the socio-economic changes in the villages as well as in the farmlands. Couple of villages have adopted these practices in the Maharashtra, well-known villages. Ralegan Siddhi is one of the village, then Hivre Bazar is one of the village. They have followed these approaches for the long period of the time. And we see they have made the differences. So we can see the farmers' lifestyle there, their growth and their profits. We know everybody. But eventually, there are very few villages are like this. But if we compare with the other villages are not adopted such a practices. So whenever wants to start this practices, I mean, wants to start the water conservation in their villages. So from my view, they should first understand the geology and geography of their villages. When I say geography, they should understand the village boundaries of their villages first. Second, they should identify the highest catchment areas in their villages so that they can get the highest benefit out of that.
Right.
Third, they should start involving the geologist. Eventually, I've seen that we in water conservation work, we do water conservation, but we do not involve the geologist or the water engineers. So I personally feel that we should start involving the geologists and the water engineers. because the benefit we will get out of that is that if geologist is involved into it, he will guide us from the technical point of view, what aquifer that area has, how we can conserve the waters, how we can recharge the groundwater table. So this idea we will get with the help of geologists. So anybody wants to start, then first understand the geography of the village. Second, calculate the water budget of their villages first.
Okay.
When I say water budget, first they should understand what is the need of the water. I mean, what is the capacity of the village right now and where they are lagging. So आपण म्हणतो ना की माझ्याकडे शिल्लक पाणी किती आहे आणि माझं पाणी मला किती गरजेचं आहे पाणी आहे. When I have this calculation in front of me, then I can prepare some plan. सो गावात लोकांना हेच माहित नसतं की मला पाण्याची गरज किती आहे आणि माझ्याकडे पाणी किती आहे. हा पाण्याचा ताळेबंद आपल्याला लोकांना शिकवावा लागेल. लोकांच्या समोर हा पाण्याचा ताळेबंद आल्यावर we can do some concrete planning, and according to we can start the water conservation works and we can implement the watershed management, rainwater harvesting. But the more focus should be on the rainwater and on the creating the Jalara Kadas and the water budget.
Okay. So, sir, what steps should one take to present this idea in front of the people? Like in villages, there is Gram Panchayat. So, is it important that every village should contact the Gram Panchayat for this? Or is it okay if every person starts their own individual rainwater harvesting for their own house?
I mean, it's depend. But when you say the local Gram Panchayat is a local administration, or we can say that the Sarpanch is a kind of a MLA or MP for that village, and then Gram Sevak is like a collector for that village. So we should obviously involve to them into this village, because what there are three aspects. First is the water literacy. Second is the provide the technical knowledge to them, and third is the participation. So if we want to fight on these three fronts, then we should involve to this. Anyway, I mean, ideally anybody can start alone. So when I started, I was alone. But now Gram Panchayats, peoples, all are contributing for this work. So it's not necessary. But if we involve the people, then it will be great. म्हणजे मी एकटा असेल तर खूप थोडं अंतर चालू शकतो. पण मी खूप लोकांना गेल तर मी खूप लांबवर चालू शकतो. त्या पद्धतीने करता येऊ शकतं.
Okay. Sir, तुम्ही जिओलॉजिकल स्टडीज बद्दल म्हणाला. So how can you tell us what kind of conservation system or project will work in someone's area? How can someone judge that?
Okay, in our case, when we started involving the geologists, we got to know a lot of technical things. Previously, we were not aware about it. So let's take the example of our area. So this year in 2021, we have identified 26 villages for the water conservation work. So when we identified the villages, we put some certain parameters then why we are adopting these villages. So once that criteria matches, we adopted those villages. And what we have done is that first we train to our trainers. We have provided all the technical trainings to them under the guidance of geologists, as I mentioned, Upendra Dada Dhonde. Okay. Second, then we started the corners meetings in all 26 villages. We started increasing the participation of the villages, and then we provided the training to all the 26 villages. Now, in second steps, what we have done is that we formed a Pani Samiti in all 26 villages. So the Pani Samiti will have 5 to 10 members, and each Pani Samiti will have one Pani Samiti Pramukh. Third, what we have done is that we started gathering all the geological information, like village boundary maps, what is the population of the village, how many animals are there, what is the drinking needs, what are the sources of water, wells information, rainfall, everything. We started gathering all this information. Along with that, we started finding out the drain maps, village boundary maps, so that collating all this information, we can create the Jala Arakhadas. Now, when I say Jala Arakhada, we should have a blueprint before we start the work. So that in this case, we need help from the technical people like geologists or some water engineers. So the Upendra Dada is a geologist and Sujit Shimpi is another geologist. Both are helping us to draw the Jalarakhadas. So what Jalarakhadas will tell us that in what area which treatment should be done. So if there is a hill and we need to do a certain treatment, the Jalarakhada will tell us in which area, in which hilly part, what needs to be done, where gabion bunds needs to be done, where Ketiware bandaras needs to be created. So all this information will get that. So if anyone wants to involve the geologist, I think they geologists should be involved in the early stages before the water conservation work start. So they will guide us to identify the watershed management. आपण म्हणतो ना मराठीत की पाणलोटाचा अभ्यास होणं गरजेचं आहे, की गाव म्हणून मला पाणलोट बघायचंय की एक छोटा एरिया म्हणून मला पाणलोट बघायचंय. And to identify this, if we involve geologists early, then I think it will be beneficial for us. Because if we see the lot of government's schemes for the water conservation are there, but they don't involve much geologists. So the success ratio in my view is less.
Right.
Yeah.
Sir, a lot of equipments must be required for setting up projects for rainwater harvesting and water conservation. So what kind of material is required to make these systems more sustainable and so that the maintenance of the system becomes easier?
So to make a sustainable, the most important thing is as the participation. आपण शिवकालीन काळात म्हणत असतो की शिवाजी राजांच्या काळात प्रत्येक गावात पाटील असायचे आणि ते पाटील त्या प्रत्येक गावाची पाण्याची जबाबदारी घ्यायची, ते देखभाल करायचे. But eventually after the independence we forgot all the traditional things or the roots, and no one really there from the people to take care of the traditional bodies. So त्याच्यामुळे काय झालं की लोकांनी लक्ष दिलं नाही. प्रत्येक घरात ज्या विहिरी होत्या त्या डिस्ट्रॉय करण्यात आल्या किंवा बंद झाल्या आणि इव्हेंच्युअली ते सस्टेनेबल मॉडेल झालं नाही. But to now, if you want to start the water harvesting, there are a lot of things that are available. For water harvesting, we can have the models, we can buy the models to set up. So maybe आम्ही आता एक जवखेड म्हणून गाव आहे चाळीसगाव तालुक्यात. They have given a contract to one of the organization and they have set up the water harvesting unit in all the villages. So त्यांनी छतावर एक कागद टाकून, जिथे सिमेंटची घरं नाहीयेत तिथे त्यांनी कागद टाकून ते सगळं पाणी झिरप्याने खाली घेतलं आणि सगळं पाणी, गावातलं सगळं पाणी एके ठिकाणी त्यांनी जमवलं. That is the one thing. Another thing is that people started creating of a soak pit. Soak pit is not for the recharge, but soak pit is for more the clean. So रस्त्यावर पाणी जाण्यापेक्षा ते पाणी जमिनीत जिरलेलं कधीही चांगलं म्हणून स्वच्छता म्हणून ते करते. But nowadays lot of NGOs or a lot of companies are there in the water harvesting. The only thing which we need to do is that we need to create awareness as much as possible to save the water, because water is precious. We cannot create the water. Either we can save the water or we conserve the water. That's it. So water harvesting is important and we can take the help from the people who are expertise in that field. So this year we are planning to do a water harvest, set up a water harvesting in each home in one of the village.
Okay. So the work you have done till now has no comparison. But we know the problem of water scarcity is not short-lived, and more precautions are going to be needed for our coming future in order to conserve water. So as a conservationist, what are you planning for the future?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good question. We know that Earth, 71% Earth is in the Earth is covered with the surface. Sorry. So when we say Earth, so 71% is covered, Earth is covered with the water, and 97% holds with ocean. So only 1% is fresh water is available. So as a conservationist, I feel that we need to work upon the 3 areas when we start this work. So one, the first important thing is that we need to identify the our needs. First, water budget. Define your water budget. What is your need, and whether your water budget is in negative or whether your water budget is in positive. First, if it is in negative, what action needs to be taken care? If it is positive, what actions you can carry forward, what you can stop, and what you can start new. One thing. Second thing, create a Jala Arakhadas, create a blueprint of your work before you start anything, so that any NGO, any government schemes, or any individual can start the work. But make sure that the villagers are in a position to tell all of them that you do want to, if you want to do the work, do it, but do the work as per the Arakhadas. So if they work as per the Arakhadas, they will get the highest benefit out of that. And third, I'm going to stick this water budget and Jal Arakhada in the schools, because we need to engage students in this phase. They should aware about this water scarcity. They should understand the importance of water. I mean, जेवढं लवकर आपण त्यांना इन्व्हॉल्व करू शकतो तेवढं जास्त फायदेशीर असेल. So we are going to present all these arakhadas, all these water budgets to the villages as well as the students, and we'll try to involve them. कारण की आपण म्हणतो झाड आणि पाणी दोघी both are dependent on each other. Without oxygen we can live 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's it. Without water we can live 2 days or 3 days, 7 days, that's it. Depends on person to person, but maximum 5 days. Without oxygen maximum 5 or 10 minutes. So both are dependent things. So we need to start thinking from both of the point of view. Tree plantation or tree conservation, at the same time water conservation, both should be dependent, and we should start thinking on it, and we should involve as much as people into this.
Right, absolutely. It was a extremely inspiring experience to talk to you and getting to know about your groundbreaking work. What advice would you like to give to everyone watching this video later?
ओके, याचं उत्तर मी मराठीत देतो, कारण की मला ते जास्त भावेल. आपण म्हणजे लहानपणापासून आपण बघत आलोय की आपण म्हणतो की पाणी अडवा पाणी जिरवा, झाडे लावा झाडे जगवा. पण एकीकडे ज्यावेळेस झाडे लावा झाडे जगवा ह्या घोषणा दिल्या जात असतात, त्याच वेळेस काही प्रमाणात झाडांची कत्तलही होत असते. पाणी अडवा पाणी जिरवा असं आपण ज्यावेळेस म्हणत असतो, त्याच वेळेस पाण्याची चोरी, पाणी वाहून जातंय असं आपण बघत असतो. मग माणूस म्हणून मी काय केलं पाहिजे की मी नुसतं या स्लोगन्स पुरतं मर्यादित न राहता मी व्यक्ती म्हणून मी काय करू शकतो का? आणि नुसतं पाण्याच्या बाबतीतही काय झालं, बऱ्याच ठिकाणी आपण म्हणतो की पाणी अडवा पाणी जिरवा या घोषणा दिल्या की बस झालं. मग शाळेत बऱ्यापैकी रॅल्या निघतात, पाणी अडवा पाणी जिरवा म्हणतो आपण. पण वेन सॉरी पॉपअप आलं होतं एक. ओके. तर या घोषणा फक्त घोषणा मर्यादित न राहता आपण शाळेपासून ते सुरू केलं पाहिजे. मुलांना आपण एज्युकेट केलं पाहिजे, लोकांना एज्युकेट केलं पाहिजे, आणि एज्युकेट केलं पाहिजे म्हणजे लोकांना टेक्निकल नॉलेज या बाबतीत दिलं गेलं पाहिजे. आणि हे काम बऱ्याचदा काय होतं की कुठल्याही गव्हर्नमेंट स्कीम्स ज्या असतात तर लोकांपर्यंत पोहोचू शकत नाही बऱ्याचदा. का? तर लोकांना असं वाटतं की ते काम सरकारी आहे, ते माझं काम आहे असं लोकांना वाटत नाही. आणि ते माझं आहे असं वाटण्यासाठी आपल्याला मग शिवकालीन दाखले द्यायला लागतील, किंवा शिवाजी राजांच्या काळात कसे पाटील लोक हे स्वतःच्या गावाची पाण्याची काळजी घ्यायचे, तशा प्रकारचं आपल्याला अवेअरनेस क्रिएट करायला लागेल. आणि ज्याप्रमाणे तहान आता काम करते पाण्यावर, त्याचप्रमाणे अशा एनजीओ सोबत जास्तीत जास्त लोकांनी काम करावं, पाण्याचा प्रश्न समजून घ्यावा, आणि हा प्रश्न समजून घेतल्यानंतर जास्तीत जास्त लोकांनी या प्रवाहात यावं, आणि आणि त्या दृष्टीने सगळ्यांनी वाटचाल करायला हवी, जेणेकरून आपण या म्हणजे जे म्हणतो आपण की 1% पाणी हे फक्त पिण्यायोग्य उपलब्ध आहे, तरच आपण याच्यावर मात करू शकू.
It was an honor for me and the whole team of Tahan to get in touch with you and have a chance to interact with you. And we are so glad that you could spare some time to join in with us. I'm sure everyone who will be watching this video afterwards will definitely be inspired by your work and will definitely and consciously try to save water from their end. Thank you so much for being here with us, sir.
thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to talk and express my thoughts and the works which we have done so far. So if from this channel or from this medium, I would like to request for the people who are going to watch or who are watching is contribute for the water, be it Tahan or be it any NGO or be it NGO, support for everyone who are working for the water. Thank you so much
Yes,
for giving me an honor. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.